Hi, this is Amber, and I am a group fitness instructor at the University of Cincinnati. And today I'm going to be leading you through a gentle yoga practice. Today's practice will just be a simple, gentle flow morning yoga practice. Although you could do it at any time of the day, this is kind of reminiscent of a simple morning yoga flow movement practice that I would do in my own practice. Just something that you can go to get yourself feeling stretched out, refreshed, and energized and ready for the day. As always, feel free to modify and listen to your body and just go at your own pace as we go, and I will be offering different options and modifications as well. So let's come over to our yoga mats. And you can have props if you want. Like I have a blanket here. If you're someone who's if you've done some of my other videos before and you found it helpful to have like a blanket or a block, feel free to grab those items. But I won't really be instructing with the props a whole lot today because I want to make this practice just something that you don't have to have a lot of equipment and that you can just get right in there, especially if it's early in the morning and you don't want to fuss with a whole lot. You can just get right in there and get yourself stretched out and energized for the day, get your exercise in, and you're getting your mind and body feeling right for the day. So wherever you're at, you can sit on a blanket or your mat and just find a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. So always sitting with your hips, your sitting bones rooted down towards the earth. Most of us, this will be a cross-legged seat, but if that doesn't feel right to you for any reason, you could always slide one foot out to the side like this, or even extend your legs out in front of you. Otherwise, it will just be a cross-legged seat. Crown of your head lengthens up towards the sky, sitting up tall, good posture, upright spine. And just take a few moments here to find a little stillness as you begin your day, or take a break in your day if it's not morning for you. And start to connect with your breath. Let's just take a deep breath in through your nose. Just notice any stress, any apprehension, maybe anything that you're worried or anxious about going into the day ahead. And then exhale, big sigh out through your mouth. Just kind of let that release out, let it go. Almost like you're dumping the stress out with that out breath. Let's do that exercise one more time. Take a deep breath in. It's called lion's breath. And exhale out. Let it release, let it go. And then from here, we'll move into our steady rhythmic breath, your 4-count breath. And just gently breathe in and out through your nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just try your best to continue to follow along with that steady rhythmic breath throughout today's practice. As we get into a flow, we'll really want to be connecting, linking with the breath with the movements, and I'll be talking about that more as we go along the way. As you sit with this breath, I invite you to set some kind of an intention for your practice. Maybe just something positive, something uplifting for you. What are you choosing to focus on for your day? How might you be trying to really focus in on the positive? Is there one thing that you're looking forward to today? Even if maybe there's some other stuff you don't want to do. Maybe there's one or two things that you're looking forward to today. And if there's not, can you create something for yourself to look forward to? Maybe it's just making your favorite beverage this morning, your favorite cup of coffee or what have you. Maybe it's going for a walk if the weather is nice. It's just finding even little things in your day to bring happiness can help us set a positive tone for our day as well. So just kind of sitting there with those good vibes, positive, uplifting intention with your breath, getting into good space. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them. We'll start with some little warm-up stretches here. Inhale, reach your arms overhead and really stretch your fingertips up toward the ceiling. First good morning stretch. Exhale, send your left hand down to the floor. Right arm reaches up and over, seated side stretch. Try to really keep that right hip rooted down towards the earth next to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, side stretch, other side. Breathe in. And out. up again, and exhale. Take your hands, this time clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Start to open up your chest. And exhale, release. And let's roll your shoulders up by your ears. And roll them back. We'll do this a few more times here. Little shoulder rolls to start to release any tension you might be having from maybe the way you slept last night or just in general. And then just allow your shoulder blades to relax down your back. So just shake your head yes for a moment. Shake your head no. Check in with your neck. And then come back to center. Then from here, we'll slide your feet over to one side. So it doesn't matter which side it is. And just make your way onto your hands and knees for your tabletop. Shoulders over your wrist. Hips over your knees with a flat back. We're going to move right into our cat and cow warm up. Inhale, look forward. As relax down towards the earth as your tailbone lengthens up into your cow. Exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine if your toe tilts towards the earth for cat. Inhale, sway back forward into your cow. So start to connect the breath with the movement. And then exhale takes you into your cat. Just continue to flow through these cat and cow movements at your own pace and with your own breath. And there's no pressure here. Just do what you can. If any time you need to take a drink of water or take a break, always feel free to do that. It's always just as healthy sometimes to take a break as it is to keep moving. There's no pressure. And make your way back to your tabletop or back to your hands and knees. And then from here, we're going to lift that right leg up and stretch your leg back behind you. If you need to put something like a prop of some sort, like a blanket or something underneath that left knee, go ahead and do so. And then stretch your left leg back or your right leg back, almost like you're trying to stamp the back wall with that right foot. Feel some energy through that leg. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2, you start to engage your core as you send your left arm forward, left thumb towards the ceiling. So creating a little more heat through your core, using your abs to balance you here. Exhale, release, lower back down. And we'll do the other side. And extend your left leg back, stretch it behind you. Option 1 is to stay here. Or again, option 2, maybe take your right arm forward. Again, this is your practice, so choose what you're feeling today. Wherever you go, maintain that steady, rhythmic breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll take one more breath in here. And exhale, release. Take a breather. Now we're going to do this again, but I'm going to add another option. So, other side, from your tabletop, start to extend your left leg behind you this time. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2 is to bring your right arm forward. Option 3 is on your next exhale, so take a breath in. Exhale, you would bring your left knee forward, bring your right elbow to touch your knee. Again, crunching through your core. And then come back out, inhale. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, back out. Again, this is optional. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, back out. We're really waking up that core today. And then again, a few more times, going with your own breath. Let's do one more of these. And release. Lower it back down. We'll do the other side. And any of these options are fine. So again, option 1, you might just extend your leg. Stay right here. That's totally fine. Just feel a line of energy through that leg. Option 2, if you want a little bit more heat, you can start to lift that left arm up and find your balance here. Let's all start here, check in, find that balance first. And then if you really want to set yourself on fire for the day, fire yourself up through your core, through the power center of your body, you will take a breath in and exhale, knee and elbow. Inhale out. Exhale in. Crunch. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Continue with your own breath. Do a couple more of these. Okay, last one. One more breath in wherever you're at. And exhale, release, lower everything down. And let's sink your seat to your heels and take a little child's pose. So, as always, knees can be close together or apart. You might stretch your arms out in front of you, really feeling a length in your spine, feeling a stretch along your shoulders and your upper back. Or you might want to close your hands here if that feels good to you. And just take a breather, come back to your breath if needed, and breathe in. Breathe out. Perhaps come back to that intention you set for your practice. What's inspiring you? What's uplifting you today? Is there a song maybe you can listen to that just always puts you in a good mood or gives you energy? Is there an Instagram account you can follow that always posts things that feel inspiring or uplifting to you or encouraging? Maybe you have a teacher or a friend that just really creates positive energy when you're around them. And then press down through the palms of your hands and make your way back up to your tabletop, back to your hands and knees. From here, take your palms out about as wide as your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Begin to curl your toes under and lift your hips up to the sky. Find your downward facing dog. Probably your first one of the day, so feel free to keep a little bend in your knees here if you want. Shoulders relaxed. Navel still drawn in towards your spine. Maybe walk it out a little. You can bend one knee and then the other maybe. You can shake your head front and back, side to side. Just kind of feel it out for this first downward dog of the day. And then inhale, lift your heels off the earth. Exhale to bend your knees. And inhale, stack your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, fold. And just pause for a moment here, Uttanasana, forward fold. You can always put a little bend to your knees here if you want. Or you might start to straighten your legs, just kind of take it as it goes. Hands may or may not touch the floor, shoulders relaxed. And then begin to press down through the soles of your feet. Inhale, slowly lift up, a little bit at a time, just standing. And then once your head has come all the way up, find yourself standing at the top of your mat. Feet parallel to one another, either close together or up to hip width apart. Crown of your head lengthens upward, soles of your feet rooted down towards the earth, finding your mountain pose, Tadasana. A steady, good posture here. Draw your shoulders back and down. Breathe in and out. Let's take your left hand to your waist. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, slide alongside your ear, a little side stretch. Inhale, come back up again, and then take that hand to your waist, other side. Take your left arm up, and exhale it over. And inhale, come back up again. Exhale, just shake it out a little bit. So we're going to go into a few variations of sun salutation flows. I really like these because they get a lot of posture types, different types of postures in a short amount of time, and really get you kind of feeling energized and invigorated and kind of stretches everything out so you feel good for the day. So we're going to start simple, and I'm going to break down some of the alignment for you to do it safely, and then we'll kind of have the option to speed it up and add some more stuff to it as we go. So, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. This time, just bend your knees however much you need to place your hands next to your feet. And step one foot back, followed by the other. Come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. So, navel's drawn in really tight. What we don't want to do is this. We do not want to sink the hips down, so try to keep your hips up in line with your spine, forward in a straight line with your body. Crown of your head lengthens forward. Just looking forward, not craning the head up or down. Optional modification, you can always do the same thing lower into your knees. So feel free to try that if you want as well. But try to keep your core engaged either way you go. Exhale, lower your knees. Hips stay lifted. Bring your elbows in towards your body as you lower your chin and chest. It's called 8-point pose. It takes a little practice. Inhale, lower your hips. Shoulders roll back. Thumbs in line with ribs. Lift up through your chest. Cobra. And you can just do a little cobra even if you want this first go around. You don't have to come up super high. And then exhale, press back through bent knees, back to downward dog. We're just going to flow through this and play with this a few more times just to get the feel of it. Inhale, shift forward to plank, like this, or with your knees lowered. Exhale, lower your knees, find your 8-point pose. Hips are lifted, chin and chest lower. Inhale to your cobra, shoulders roll back, tops of your feet pressing to the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, do this one more time. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, you can do a low cobra or you can move up into more of a high cobra if you prefer. Exhale, downward facing dog once again. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, knees are bent. Inhale, step your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come on up to standing a little bit at a time. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, palms toward center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a moment. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling right now? You feel a little more awake. Maybe your body feels a little bit less stiff. So we're going to do that kind of flow again. Now maybe we've gotten the hang of it a little bit more. We're going to add a little bit more to it. So, I'll show some options. Again, just do what you can. So, let's start in our mountain pose and just try to explore, have fun with it. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. This time, inhale, lift up, lengthen your spine. Take your hands to your shins, your waist. Crown of your head lengthens forward. Exhale, fold. Take your hands to the floor. Inhale, this time step your right foot back. Exhale, lower your right knee. Left knee still over your ankle. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. So we're coming into a low lunge. Exhale, take your arms down to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, back down. So we're kind of forming like a cactus arms here. And then squeezing your shoulder blades together. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Inhale, step your left foot back to meet your right. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower 8-point pose. Inhale the cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, make your way back up to standing. Reach your arms overhead. We're going to do the other side. Exhale, dive forward once again. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your left foot back. Optional exhale to lower your knee. Or if you want to play around with a little more challenge, you could keep the knee lifted. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Come to a high or low lunge. Exhale, arms out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, down. And once more, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale, hands back to the earth. Inhale, step your foot back. Exhale, find the downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower to 8-point pose. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, knees bent. Inhale, step or hop your feet forward. Exhale, fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Reach your arms overhead. And exhale, palms to heart center. Breathe in. Breathe out. How do you feel now? Are you feeling ready to go out there and tackle whatever you've got on your agenda for today? Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe shake it out a little, making little stretches, movements that feel good to you. And then from here, we're going to step that with the right foot back behind you. So we're going to come to a wide leg stance. So your toes are facing toward in front of you or toward the long end of your yoga mat. Take your hands to your waist. Check that your hips are level and facing forward. Begin to pivot on your left foot. So your left toes will be facing out towards the short end of the mat. If you look down, your left heel should be in line with your right arch. We'll go ahead and put a bend in that left knee. So step right over your ankle. Check in with your hips. If that right hip's come a little forward, send it back in line with the left. Inhale, arms up to a T. Exhale, look out over your left fingertips, warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slide your left arm overhead, right hand down alongside your leg, coming into exalted warrior. Take one more breath here. Feel that stretch opening up along the side of your body. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten that leg. And begin to reach with that left hand forward. So you can't reach any farther. And let that hand fall wherever it falls on your leg while your right arm reaches up. Coming to Trikonasana. Triangle pose. So don't worry about where that bottom hand is on your leg. Just try and focus on keeping your shoulders stacked, your chest lifted. And gaze down at the floor, out on the horizon, or up towards your fingertips. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Press down to your feet. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release your arms down to the side. And we'll pivot on your left foot so your toes are facing forward, and open your right toes out to face the other side. So we're just going to switch it out. Take your hands to your waist. Check in with your hips. Put a bend in your right knee this time. Knee over your ankle. Then arms up to a T. Find warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift it up. Exalted warrior. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale. Exhale, tilt into your triangle on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take one more breath here. And press down through both feet. Inhale, make your way all the way back up. Exhale, release your arms down to the side. Let them rest for a minute. And pivot on your right foot. So both toes will be facing right in front of you. And we'll just stay in this wide leg stance. So you can put a little bend. Good. Start by keep putting just a tiny micro bend in both of your knees. Take your hands to your waist. Inhale again, lengthen your spine. Then clasp your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And exhale into your hips, fold forward, and then see if you can take your hands clasped together and reach them up towards the ceiling from behind you. A little stretch for your release for your shoulder. Take one more breath in like this. And then exhale, release your hands down to the floor or to your shins, yogi's choice. You can always keep a little bend in your knees here, or you can straighten your legs. So again, just play around with it. Feel it out. All our bodies are a little different, so sometimes different things will feel good to different people. But let's take 3 breaths here. Just pause for a moment in our forward fold. Turning ourselves upside down. Come back to that intention. Next inhale. Inhale, you might need to bring your feet closer together here. Inhale your hands back up to your waist. And slowly start to make your way all the way back up to standing. And then from here, we'll just kind of walk your feet a little bit closer together. Come back to your mountain pose. Standing in your mountain pose. Now, we're going to do something a little different here. So you want to grab a wall for this one. If you don't have a wall, you might fall out of this pose, that's okay. Even if you do have a wall, you might fall out of this pose. That's okay. We're just having fun with it, playing around, setting a positive tone for our day. But this is a little bit more advanced, so that's why I show a wall here, just to keep it accessible. I'm going to grab my side wall here, I think. And for a mountain pose, we're just going to take both your arms out to the side. I'm going to take my left hand and place it on the wall for balance. Walk a little closer to that. Root down through my left foot. So standing strong as I can through that left foot. Look forward. Find a drift, a steady gazing point. Something you can focus on. Come into a balancing pose here. And then a little bit of time here, start to lift your right foot up and see if you can stretch your right leg back behind you. So I'm actually going to get a little closer to the wall here. Stretch your leg behind you. Try to keep your hips level here as we take flight, coming into warrior three. That's why I use the wall here. Now, if you're more used to this, or you practice this, or maybe you have really good balance, you might practice this without a wall, or you might try, what I like to do is try just taking my hand off the wall for a moment and seeing if I can hold it for a breath. Take one more breath in wherever you're at, and then exhale, put a little bend in the front knee. Step your back leg behind you, almost like you're coming into a lunge. And then step it forward back to mountain pose. So I'm going to try this on the other side. So I'm going to turn around so I can demo. I usually can do this side better without a wall, but I want to show it with a wall because we want to keep this beginner friendly as well. So I'm going to take my right hand to the wall, root down this time through my right foot, through my right leg, left arm just out to the side. And then from here, as I'm ready, finding that gazing point to focus on, I'm going to lift my left leg and stretch it back behind me and feel some energy through that leg. And maybe I stay on the wall against the wall, maybe I let go. Warrior three. Breathe in and out. And then begin to bend that front knee. A little bit, step the back leg behind you. And then step it forward. And shake it off a little bit. Shake it out. Let it loose. Let it go. It's all good. Maybe take a drink of water. That's what I'm going to do. Then come back to your mountain pose. It's always a good idea to drink plenty of water when we're stretching, moving our bodies around in different ways. That they may or may not be used to. So, always a good reminder there. So, mountain pose, inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, flat back. And exhale to fold. Press down to your feet. Inhale, make your way, roll back up to standing once again. Reach your arms overhead. And one more time, exhale, dive it down. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take a couple of breaths. Pause here. And then as you're ready, start to bend your knees enough to place your hands on the floor beside your feet. Step one foot back, followed by the other. Come to downward facing dog. So from here, from downward facing dog, we're going to lift your right leg up. So stretch it back towards the wall behind you for a moment. And as you're ready, inhale, bring that right knee forward. Set it down next to your right thumb. Foot out to the side. Back leg, the left leg extended behind you. If this creates any pressure or pain in your knee at all, come out of the pose. It's not for you. I'll show another option. You never want to create pain or hurt yourself to get into a pose. It's not worth it. So I'll show another option for this in a minute. But otherwise, if your knees feel fine here, just you want to check that your hips, pelvis, and sacrum are level. Coming to our pigeon pose. Inhale. And then exhale, come forward, start to form a pillow with your hands and rest here. Hip opener, stretch for your legs. Wonderful stretch for pigeon pose. Now an alternative to this, if this, because this does have compression on your knees, so if this hurts your knees at all, what you could do instead is flip it over onto your back. You'll be lying on your back here, and just bring your knees both bent in front of you, feet on the floor. You'll just bring your right knee in towards you. Place your right foot on your left thigh. Slide that right knee out away from your body. Now, optional to stay here, or for a little more stretch, you could just lift that left foot and reach your hands for the back of your leg. So that's just another variation here of the pose. Otherwise, wherever we're at, take a couple more breaths here. And then inhale, begin to extend your arms, lift your chest. And we'll crawl your back toes under, lift that back knee, and step back to downward facing dog. And maybe you want to walk it out a little bit or stretch, making little stretches. Take a sec to do that. And then we'll do the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up, stretch it back behind you, 3-leg downward dog. And when you're ready, bring that knee forward next to your thumb as you extend your right leg behind you. For pigeon pose, check that your hips are still square. And then if you're ready, corner pillow with your hands, rest your head on your hands and come forward. Of course, if you did the pose on your back, on the other side, just do that again here, just reverse the side, if you will. And wherever you're at, we'll just breathe together a couple more breaths. Letting everything loosen up. Taking really good care of our minds and bodies. Setting ourselves up to have a great day. Take one more breath here. Then begin to extend your arms, lift your chest, or if you're on your back, you can just release your feet down, and from wherever you're at, we're just going to make our way back to downward facing dog once again. You can walk it out a little bit, make any stretches or anything that feels good here. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, lower your knees down to the floor and take your seat to your heels. Take a child's pose. Just briefly here, take a breath in. And take a breath out. Inhale, come back forward, back to your tabletop. This time we'll just slide your feet over to the side. Doesn't really matter which side it is. And come to find a comfortable seat once again. Cross-legged seat, most likely. Just find a seat that works for you like we did at the start of the practice. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, send your right hand to your left knee. That'd be kind of hard to do. And exhale, look out over your left shoulders, coming into a little seated twist here. Inhale, sits you up tall, lengthen your spine first. Exhale to twist from there. Inhale, look forward, gently unwind from your twist, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, send it to the other side as you turn to look out over your shoulder on this side. A little twist. Inhale, look forward, gently unwind from your twist. And then from here, we'll just come to a seat. With your knees bent in front of you, your feet on the floor, take your hands behind you. Fingers spread wide, shoulders over your wrist. Option 1, you can just start to squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift up through your chest, kind of like we did towards the beginning of practice today. Option 2, maybe you start to press down with your feet and lift your hips up into reverse tabletop. You can look forward, or if it feels okay on your neck, you might very gently and carefully tilt your head back. So just be very careful with that. Take one more breath in, maybe even lift your hips a little higher if they're lifted. And exhale, gently release back down. And then from here, we'll just lower all the way down onto your back and take a few moments here moving into Shavasana, or corpse pose. So you'll be lying on your back with your arms out to your side, palms facing up, or maybe palms on your stomach or on your chest. Whatever feels best to you. Extend your legs, or bend your knees, take your feet out about as wide as your mat, rest your knees on each other, or extend your legs, whatever feels, again, best for your particular body. If you want to add any blankets here or put your socks back on or anything, of course, feel free to do so. The idea here is that we're just going to take a moment. If you want to stretch your body long, pull your knees into your chest, rock a little from side to side. Just take a moment. If there are any other final stretches or movements that you're feeling called to do here to complete your practice, feel free to take your time to do those things. And then eventually, whenever you're ready, you'll just lie on your back. We're not going to stay here super long today since this is a morning practice. I don't want anyone to feel like they're falling back to sleep, but just try to let your whole body relax here. It's really important to at least give yourself a few minutes after a yoga practice. It's really good to just give yourself a few minutes to just let your body release all physical efforts from it and give it that time to just gently absorb the benefits of each pose that we practiced today. So just let your eyes gently close as you return back to your natural breath. Your shoulders, your back, just sink into the floor. Completely relax. We'll just take a couple of minutes here, take some quiet space. This time out, just let everything release, let everything go. Just let yourself be. Finding a place of stillness before you go back out into the rest of your day. If your mind starts to wander to what's next, try to gently bring it back to the here and now. Feeling your body supported by the earth beneath you. Feeling your body relax. Let's take a couple more easy breaths here. And as you're ready, just begin to deepen your breath, drawing energy back into your body as you start to wiggle your hands and feet, or make larger stretches with your arms and legs, maybe even just stretch your body long like the first of the day, which it might be. And then as you're ready, bring your knees in towards your chest and gently roll over to your right side and just Pause for a moment here in fetal pose. I'm not a morning person. I'm a life person. Amy Landino. And then mindfully begin to make your way back up to your seat. And as you do so, just take a brief moment here of gratitude towards yourself for taking this time out of the day to come to your mat and to start your day off in an awesome way. So inhale, reach your arms overhead one more time. Just bring all the positive energy from the practice back down to your heart, hands to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. So again, my name is Amber, and that was our Gentle Yoga Flow. And I hope that whether you practiced it in the morning or any other time of the day, that it kind of felt like a nice little yoga boost and an uplifting, energizing practice for you. So, hope to see you back next time. As always, take really good care of yourself, and bye.